What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today is Sunday, April 9th, 2023. 15 games going on in the NBA today. As always, I hope this video finds you all doing well and in good spirits. We're going to kick things off with a recap over yesterday's plays, quickly go over injury news, and then dive into a few plays that I like that are already on the board. So if you can dig that, you like the way that sounds, then I encourage you to stick around, drop a like, drop a sub, click that notification icon to get notified of all upcoming content and videos from me and my channel. And without further delay, let us jump into those plays from yesterday. All right, 1 and 2 on the day yesterday. Not a really good day for me overall, period, with my player props. Let's quickly talk about these three plays though. So we took the over Eric Gordon first half fantasy points. He went 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from the field to start the game off, and got 2 early fouls. Didn't do anything really the whole game. That was just a pretty disappointing performance by him. We took the under on Kawhi Leonard, 43.5 fantasy points. He goes over by 0.01, 43.6 fantasy points for this dude. That was tough. That was really, really tough. The logic behind that play was that this game would have been out of hand by the third, fourth quarter. Kawhi can sit and chill out, not come close to getting that fantasy score, but he gets it by like a fingernail length. He gets that prop. Jaden McDaniels goes over his player prop. We had the over on his 23.5 fantasy points. He goes over that with 28, I believe. So he was our lone bright spot on the day. That was just a weird, wonky day in the NBA. Not a whole lot to look back at and like. So we move on to a new day, looking to wash that taste out of our mouths with a few player props that I like that are already on the board. So let's quickly go over some injury news and get into those plays. Injury news in the NBA. All right, so let's look at who is currently doubtful today, who probably more than likely will not play today. John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Tyus Jones, Santi Aldama, TJ Warren, and Eugene Omarui. And then an interesting one is who's in Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. This makes me believe they got some sort of bonus that if they play in X amount of games or score X amount of points or X amount of assists, they get a bonus. It's probably in their contract. So even if they do play today, I can't see them playing a full game. They're locked up in that number 2 seed, I believe, or the number 3 seed. There's no incentive for them to play, let alone play their top 2 guys on the team. I bet you they come in and do an all-star game Giannis appearance, come in, score a bucket, and then dip out. So maybe we could take the under on their fantasy points or something like that. Maybe try to find some value with those plays. But there's your injury report for the day. Let's jump into some player props on the Prize Pick boards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few names pulled up on this board. 1, 2, 3, 4 names pulled up on this board. Should be 5. But look, by no means do you have to play any of these guys. It's on such a weird slate. You're going to see a lot of names you don't typically see. And it's still very unpredictable. Just because starters are sitting doesn't mean that these guys get all the run. You just never know what the coaching staff has planned for their teams. But as of now, got a few names that I want to talk to you about. Definitely don't have to play these. Definitely, do your own research and mix and match if that suits you best. But let's talk about a couple of 76ers to start off. In Jalen McDaniels and Shake Milton. All right, over on props.cash, this really just boils down to the 76ers resting all their key guys. I think a lot of the offense should funnel through McDaniels and Milton. We saw a huge game from McDaniels last game versus Atlanta, scoring 24 points, going 2 for 3 from behind the arc, shot the ball 17 times. That's almost 50% efficiency from the field. I mean, that's pretty strong game from him versus a Brooklyn team that even if they don't rest all their guys or rest some key guys, he should still see plenty of opportunity to hit his points. Specifically, what I like from him are his threes. He's gone over this prop in 3 straight games. He's taken 3, 5, and 3 3-pointer attempts in those games, hitting 2 in each game. So, and then his teammate Shake Milton, Yeah, I know this doesn't look great for Shake Milton, but check this out. When we take Embiid off the floor, it looks a lot better, right? When we take Embiid and Harden off the floor, this looks a lot better, right? And then when we take Tyrese Maxey off the floor, along with Harden, you got this. So that's what we're looking at today. Minus 135 to go over 15 and a half. This has been bumped up to 16. I still like it at 16. Give me the over on both of these guys. Shake Milton on points, McDaniels over on threes. And then let's head on over to Minnesota and let's talk about Jalen's brother, Jaden McDaniels. 18 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. I like the over on this one as well. All right, so we saw McDaniels come through on this prop yesterday versus the San Antonio Spurs. Finished the game with 22 PRA, back-to-back games with 20 plus PRA. 3 out of his last 5, he's gone over this with 21 or more PRA. Should see plenty of time today on the floor. This is a big game for New Orleans. They're trying to improve seeding. I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves can also improve seeding with a win today. So we should see McDaniels on the floor with the starters, plenty of time, for plenty of minutes for him to hit this. So I like the odds on this one. He's a guy that's just going to get it done with a little of this and a little of that, and that's his game. He's a good defender. He's gonna grab boards. He's gonna dish assists. He's gonna hit threes. He's just gonna do a little bit of everything. Give me the over 18 and a half PRA for Jaden McDaniels. So we got the McDaniels boys done. We got Shake Milton done. Let's talk about DeAndre Hunter and Svi Mykhailiuk very quickly. So DeAndre Hunter is going to benefit greatly with Young, Murray, Capella, Collins sitting out. Even with those guys in, DeAndre Hunter has gone over this point prop in 7 out of his last 10 games, I believe. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter right here, 7 out of 10 games. His PRA looks really good as well. So PRA, 8 out of 10 games, he's gone over this. So if you wanted to go PRA instead of points, you can do that as well. But either one are pretty strong versus a Boston defense that is sitting a lot of their players. Currently, Robert Williams III and Tatum are questionable. Man, if these guys play, then it's probably going to be for some incentive in their contract, and they'll probably just play 5 minutes or something like that. I can't see the Celtics being that stupid to roll Tatum out there on a meaningless game and risk injury to him or Rob Williams. So I don't anticipate the Celtics being, at full strength. So DeAndre Hunter is going to be facing a G League version of the Celtics. He's been doing his thing versus, regular starters with his regular starters, on the floor, alongside him. And now he gets to kind of run the show today, be a bigger part of the offense. I like the over on his points. And then we mentioned Svi Mykhailiuk as well. Again, this is just an opportunity for a guy who's not seeing a lot of run who wasn't seeing a lot of run and now is getting the opportunity to kind of run the show, shoot a lot, produce a lot on the floor. Usage rate has gone through the roof over his last 5 games. Another situation where a player is facing a team that's resting their starters. So Cleveland, meaningless game for Cleveland. We should see Svi Mykhailiuk shoot the ball plenty of times. In his last game versus Houston, attempted 21 shots, got into a little foul trouble, but didn't hurt him in the second half. He stayed out of foul trouble for the most part of that game and put up a pretty good score, pretty good fantasy score, scoring over 20 points in that game. So I like the over for Svi Mykhailiuk in this game versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. 16 and a half points, gone over this 3 out of 5 games. This analysis is not going to blow you out of the water. We're keeping it very simple. We're going with what information is presented to us, and we're rolling the dice on a few players that should be in some favorable game environments and see a lot of opportunity to score quite a few points. And ladies and gentlemen, those are 4 player props that I like right now. I want to get this video uploaded and edited so I can post it on the channel for you all. But leave me a comment below letting me know what you think about these props we talked about. Also, let me know who you have your eyes on this enormous board. This 15-game slate should present plenty of opportunities for us to make some profit today. Leave all that information in the comments below. And as always, thank you all so much for your continued support, the likes, the subs, and all the comments. It means a ton. And I'm a little sad. This ends our regular season NBA content. We gear up and get ready for the play-in, playoffs in a couple of days. But it's been a blast these past couple of months and providing this content to everybody. It's been a learning experience for me as well, and I just appreciate everybody's support and time that you take to watch these videos, to leave a comment, and hopefully some of these plays have worked out for you. And I'll continue to provide content and analysis as long as there are games out there to be played. So best of luck to you all tonight. Thank you all so much again for supporting the channel. And until our next NBA Prize Picks video, I believe it's Tuesday, April 11th, play-in games. Chavez is